this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself.
He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Broncos nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the ground, this is Michel, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing Jones. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he will have a Broncos first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Michel. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
At the 47-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now Jones. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On 3rd down, Jones. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
He certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Jackson. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Pass intercepted. The Broncos take over.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 15, check 15. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
On the ground is Michelle. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods.
Hello?
Pick. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC defense.
What's going on, old man?
Story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw
I've been alright, man. You know, one day at a time. Taking it easy.
Buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason
Yeah.
this week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
a throw left side to start the drive.
Yeah.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. All I'm focused on. How have you been?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Mostert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over.
Yeah, shit ain't no joke.
I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
It is good.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. To throw again, Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jones. Buying time to his left. And that's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off play action. Jones. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying. He'll be brought down by the Broncos falls. It's a sack. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So it just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. On third down, here comes Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a 49er first down.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
12 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the gun, Jackson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Jackson on first down. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson will throw again. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Blake Jarwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Niners 28, Broncos nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Now the Broncos. Are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Check tight, check tight, check tight. Mike 5-4, Mike.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. And he'll bang that one through.
The score, Niners 35, Broncos nothing.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Dixon set to kick off.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field.
Oh, man.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides.
Who's still in here?
Find some way to string something together here, don't they?
They're doing big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency.
Who's still in here watching?
Sustain, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd down, Michelle. And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle.
Come on, make that
Just
tackle
a
in the
yard on the
backfield.
pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
57, Mike, 57.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Thank
Into
you.
double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
A gain of 21 yards.
A good pickup there, 21
He was
yards.
panicking, Ant.
So first
Panic
and
move.
10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Come on.
For it, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
Lead him further down the field.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Get him.
On the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2nd and 4. To Michelle on
Nowhere.
the screen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That 2nd down play nets a -4. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been
come on, Conley. Tighten up.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Come on.
To fit that football in, it's knocked away and incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
The 30-yard line.
pressure right.
Thank you.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk and almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, 49ers.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Deebo Samuel. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers continue to roll. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Niners 42. Broncos
setting out to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Breida on a toss left. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And 7.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Kermit. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
The Niners on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Jackson. Got his target, Samuel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That third down conversion good for 23.
First down, San Francisco.
Jackson on first down. And this is caught at the 8.
Jackson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Here's Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Badgley on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Niners 49, Broncos nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon.
All you got to do is look and learn. Look and learn, baby.
Into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
56, Broncos nothing. Michael Dixon.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49ers' 36-yard line.
We're going 25 to Mike. Record. Hey, 25 to Mike. Warrior, 17.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. They're going to look to throw. That's out to his running back, Michel. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
15-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. From the gun, it's Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st down, 49ers.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Niners, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Denver, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.